What up?
Hello, everyone.
Always getting
Yeah,
into that pre-content. Sorry.
okay. We were talking and laughing ahead of this, of course. He always likes to catch me doing something crazy. He's usually me going, something like this.
Sorry. Sorry.
I,
I'm
I
sorry.
think this time I wasn't, but hey, it's all good.
It
However,
happens.
you know.
I told you it's
Yeah,
just the thoughts that run across the mind as I'm looking through articles about fish.
yeah, yeah. That is you. Absolutely. So, hello, everyone, and welcome.
So yeah,
We all be here tonight.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. So we're gonna go ahead and get on with the show and let people file on in before we start saying hello to everyone. So the first one, I don't know. Do I really want to do this? I think we're gonna go out the gate with this one. All right. Woo. And also, I don't want to mess up my computer at this point in time. It's acting right, so we're going to keep on going. And the weather's getting bad out here, so we may drop some connection throughout the whole entire show. So this is going to be a fun one. So, all right, Miss Joey. As always, I can't see y'all on the other end. What up, Bunny? What up, Dave? So we got this fisherman who was sentenced for federal prison for illegally catching sturgeon and then selling their caviar to a dispenser.
Mm.
You want to know how many years he got there?
How many years you got away with it? You mean?
Or no, one. How many years he got for that?
Oh, but for it.
Yes,
Sure.
1 year and 1 day.
Hmm.
I'm not really sure about that 1 day.
What is the one day? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know really what that 1 day is.
366 days. Okay.
That's what I thought too. That was pretty interesting. I was like, well,
That's interesting. Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
what was he at the other day?
Okay.
So this was up in Kentucky. I'm not going to say the person's name because I'm not like that. Was sentenced to 1 year, 1 day in federal prison, followed by 2 years of post-release supervision of violating the Lacey's Act. So those who don't know what the Lacey's Act are, wonderful people at the office is doing some stuff, and they're passing some things that are now getting a lot of things. So as always, Brandon is an advocate for checking laws and stuff. I know this is probably a for sure like already out the gate. You're just killing fish just to get their eggs. It's not. I know that's like completely not like normal in certain places, especially if they're protected.
Right.
But pay $10,000.
I feel. I don't. I don't know. This is one of those where I I feel like. I mean, that's a decent sentence and a fine, but it's like I feel like there are people that do worse things and go to jail for 30 days and pay, $1,000 and they're out. You know, it's like it seems like maybe a lot for a fish offense. I don't know, but I
Right.
mean, I'm not saying that he should have done it. Certainly not. But
Right.
I don't know. Maybe that's harsh. I mean, we joke around at our state and say, yeah, you get in more trouble if you shot a moose than if you shot a person. It's like don't
That
shoot a
is
moose.
so true.
Oh,
That's so
don't
true.
do that.
That's so true.
So it's kind of crazy sometimes. I just, this, I don't know.
But here's the thing though. So says the Lacey's Act, contest a felony if a fish market value exceeds over 350. So what's not to say that fish value wasn't over 350 each time?
Okay. And I certainly don't know. And I don't know,
I'm just saying for him
that's
to actually not plead guilty and actually see around what I mean. I would only say that if sturgeon, of course, it'll probably be over 350 because simple
right.
fact of the matter is, those are large eggs. Because sturgeons are huge, and I know
Are
they
they?
gotta be huge at a certain
Mhm.
time to be able to spawn. So
Yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine. Oh, it's not in the screen, Rob, or is there
is it
something
not?
no, something you're trying to show us?
No, I'm just reading it. Sorry, y'all. This
Oh,
ain't a
okay. Like
yeah.
all I can see are
Yeah,
handcuffs
no,
and,
I'm just
you
actually
know,
reading it because this wasn't a thing. It didn't really have much.
okay.
Yeah, no, I'm just reading it, y'all. Sorry.
I thought you were gonna show us some fish
No,
eggs, and I
I
was like, how
wish.
big are they?
I don't know how big they are, but I can only imagine they
Okay.
are pretty decent size. I know they're not little convict eggs.
Do you like caviar?
No, ma'am.
No, me either. But I was just
No,
like,
no, no.
I'm like,
If I can't
okay,
smell it, I won't eat it. I
yeah.
think I've said that before.
I just, yeah, no,
Yeah.
not for me.
All right, Miss Joey, go ahead. We got some peoples over here.
Oh, Bob says should have given him more time. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just, I'm just looking, like I said, at some other things that I see, you see go on in the news and what
Yeah.
happens, and it seems like they do things and it doesn't seem like they get in too much trouble, and then this seems like a lot more than what I see for worse things sometimes. I don't know. I
So
don't
now,
know.
are you saying that he should have been? Because Mr. Bob, I like your style. Are you saying to make an example out of him to make others think, hey, if I do this, I may get 10 years. Oh, if I do this, I may get 25. Or
So
I
the
may,
fear tactic, and
yeah,
sometimes that
in
works.
a sense, yes, but that is
Yeah.
what they're trying to do is to make you not do it. It's not a fear tactic. It's like stop doing it because now this is
Well,
what got you. So
yeah, but I mean, I think if somebody's tempted to do something, I mean, it's the right and wrong, the fear, the whatever that makes you not do it. I
yeah,
mean,
I guess
yeah,
it's the adrenaline.
yeah. It's like there's got to be something that stops you if you're inclined to do something wrong. That there's that little that says don't do it. So I think
Right.
there is. I feel like there is some fear
Okay.
behind that.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. So I like that. So go ahead and say your hellos to everybody. Sorry. What up, everybody?
Okay. Um, all right. So first in the house tonight is Jay Olivers. Welcome, Jay Olivers, and then Meow Aquatics, who's always here, and Bunny Viper. Hello, welcome with hashtag Charlie.
Uh-oh. Can I get 411 on that?
um, and then Aquaballs, George. Welcome. And then I think I said Bunny Viper. Yeah, I did say Bunny Viper. Sorry, hello, repeating myself because I got stuck on the hashtag. Dave Farrell, hello and welcome. Paul McCarthy, welcome. And then they are all saying hellos to each other. Michelle E, hello and welcome. Melissa, hello and welcome. Rob's mom. And then see my sister Stephanie Frederick, hello, welcome. Zanoski, welcome. Bob Kaler, in the house. Welcome, Bob. Pierre Nance. Hello, Pierre. And Larry D. Hello, Larry D. And my niece Brooke. Brooke Clancy's in the house. And I think that's everybody so far. And if you haven't done so already, please smash the like button.
Yeah. What up, Ben? Appreciate y'all for being in here. I'm sorry if I can't see y'all or did not see y'all. What up? All right, so
And we hope that we didn't miss anybody.
yeah, sorry if we didn't miss.
Sorry.
If we did, let us know. Sorry. All right, Miss Joey. So this next one, I like this one. This one was pretty interesting because just the size of this fish alone made me think like, ooh.
Oh, you showed me this just for a second before we came on, and
Are
I
you
just
ready? This is YouTube. This is YouTube etiquette, though. Remember, YouTube etiquette. I don't know. This is gonna. I mean, I don't know. Our streams just love to tend to go.
they go a lot of places.
Colorful, yeah, colorful images and words. So, what we're gonna do is go ahead and show this next one. As always, I can't see y'all on the other end, but I will probably look at my phone and be able to see y'all. So, whoop. So this next one, this is something that a lot of people probably don't think of as far as something someone should do, but someone that's actually bringing light to it is now probably going, because I actually like the fish that this person is bringing light to. My computer's messing up. This person is bringing light to a fish that a lot of people don't like to fish for. So this lady in Alabama, oh goodness,
Oh my goodness. Hi Kim. I hope you feel better.
it's so large. it can't even fit on the screen. But
So
she's trying to have the world's biggest bluegill and make them a fun fish to fish for.
okay. Hello, Liberty Bell cichlids.
What
What
up,
do you want from me on this one?
Miss Joey?
Yes.
First off, would you eat that fish?
Well, I can't. Well, I don't, and I won't.
I
I
know.
mean, I rarely fish, hardly ever. And if I do, unless somebody else wanted to take it and eat it, I would throw it back because I would just be doing it for the fun of it.
No
Um,
mounting, no mounting.
no, oh no, I wouldn't do that. No.
No.
So, and not that I'm opposed, do your thing. You do your thing. I'm not gonna get all crazy, but
I
for
just
me,
want
no.
to see one day that you're gonna be like, yeah, I would keep that for a trophy.
Yeah, no, unless it's something I have raised and it's passed away, and I've been tempted to, send it off and have it, go to a taxidermist.
Have you ever
But
tried that or wanted to do that?
I did want to do that. I told you I had the one that I had in my store. I had the black sharks,
Yeah.
and Mr. T jumped out, and I kept him in my freezer for like 20 years, thinking that I would do that. And I have no idea why I didn't do it, because it wasn't like I didn't have the money. I just kept saying, "Oh, I'll do that someday." I think I was waiting. You know how you always kind of want to run into somebody that knows somebody, and you feel like there's a connection, because you
Didn't
wanted somebody
happen.
to do a good job or something.
Didn't
I just
happen.
never did it. And then the freezer had its malfunction, and I never opened the bag in the bucket to look at him before I decided it was time to let him go. He might have still been perfect, and I might have been able to keep him, but I couldn't do it. But anyway, yes, I've kept one thinking that I might have it stuffed, so to speak,
Okay.
but
Okay.
never did. Now on
Oh,
this one, okay, the first thing that came into my mind when you put it on the screen, I was just taken aback. I mean, it's so huge that, well, you can't even see any bluegill. What bluegill? It's so huge. It's pushing so hard. That thing looks like it couldn't move its gills if they had to.
it doesn't
It's
even have gills. It looks like.
so obese. It looks like if it was in the water, it would flip upside down and have buoyancy problems. I mean, I'm sorry. That's what it looks like to me.
It was,
Like, how does it even stay upright?
that's true. That's
And
the
how is
thing.
that even healthy? And how has it not had a bunch of problems? I don't even know.
Um,
I don't know. That's crazy. And I think I had some pretty chunky fish.
I think
Yeah,
that's a
not on that
little too
level.
much.
That's, yeah. That's
And
not even nice. That's not nice to look at. It looks uncomfortable. It looks like it's squeezing it. Yeah.
I would say it would kill my pockets to feed that fish. It looks like, first off, it looks like it's eating steak. It looks like it's eating better than me.
It's eating, that's for sure. I mean, it's not being starved, but
It,
I don't find that awesome.
I do in a way.
Anybody in the chat, what do you think? I mean,
I do
that's
in a
not.
way. I do in a way because of how
Uh,
she got it this way. But then again, I'm like, oh, this is horrible. This is
yeah.
just horrible. But I do like that she is bringing light to them.
Well, she
Having
never
them.
starved them. They're not in a state of malnutrition. They're doing okay.
What would you think she's feeding these things? Like,
It might not even be that she's feeding them anything crazy. She just may be like power feeding them, just
true,
feeding them
true,
all the time, which would
yeah,
mean that would create a lot of work.
feeders, yeah, feeders.
You'd have to be water changing and really keeping up with your maintenance. If you had, let's say 50 of those in a tank, I mean, in a big tank, you would have to be
Well, this will
on.
be outdoors. This is bluegills. If you're gonna try that in the tank, but
But is
I
she?
think
So
she's doing
is
it
she
outdoors.
doing that? But is
Yeah,
she doing it in the
she's a
pond?
wrangler. Yeah, she's
Oh,
a
okay,
wrangler.
all
So
right.
she's fishing for these. So these are out in her
But
ponds
still,
probably. So.
even in a waterway, to feed them to get to that size, you'd think that it would start the the water column itself might start having an issue. It's got to take a lot of food. I don't know. That looks like a chunky old goldfish. Like a big.
It just looks. It's just huge. It's like a mini submarine.
It reminds me of like a toad.
That
It's
is
just huge.
crazy.
I don't know. Hey, she's doing it.
That I would. Oh my goodness, another one.
Michelle, it needs to go on the Atkins diet. Yeah, maybe.
Keto.
I don't know.
That's a keto diet fish right there.
Oh my goodness, Larry. He says that looks like his aunt Dot.
Hey, my auntie had a boxer that looked like a bulldog. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you got a bulldog? She goes, it's a boxer. I go, huh?
Bob says he had an aunt Toad.
Wow.
Aunt Toad. Um, I don't know.
This one looks pretty decent. I can't lie. This one looks okay. Like this.
I mean, it's hefty.
Yeah, this one's fine because it's not all the way out here yet.
Now, you know what would be interesting? If she's raising them, I'm assuming to catch and eat or whatever. Is there actually a lot of meat, or is there any kind of fat content? Is there a ratio?
I don't know. See, now these I think she's just growing just to catch, to have fun, to bring light to it. So I'm not knowing about fishy. But like you said, there might be some 3+ pounds. So you may get roughly maybe a pound. Maybe if you're sharp on your skills of filleting a fillet, you may get you a nice.
Where is Riley when you need him?
Yeah, right. I guarantee you he can dissect this right now and go, yeah, you'll get about a pound. About a pound.
Right.
He probably
Rob's
his skills is probably better than mine, and I went to culinary school, so.
Oh, so you're kind of handy with a knife.
Yeah, I hate cutting fish, but I can do it. I can fabricate a chicken as well, so I'm not a little squeamish and stuff. I can break down the chicken in no time. I did it for a competition where I won a full-ride scholarship. Yes, ma'am.
What would you have thought if that had been laid on the table for your competition?
I would take it on. I would take it on real quick. Try to get it done. It would be awesome to do a fish like this as a competition because you never get to see a bluegill like that. And you're able to work a little bit more and get some closer cuts into it. So you'll get a nice little thing. So if you do it right, you can get some decent meat out of it. Maybe through all in here, roughly.
Well, maybe we'll let you do that.
Oh, no. YouTube's policies is like, you can't do nothing anymore. You can't even show how to survive. You can't. Like, it's crazy now. I've seen so many people who are.
Well, then maybe we shouldn't be commenting on these things.
Oh, well, no. It's okay as long as we don't show it. Oh, my goodness. That's just ridiculous.
It's just, I don't know. It looks
this
like
one's the worst out of them all.
It looks like a puffer fish without those little spikes in the top.
Look, her finger right here is the indention right here. So it feels like you said, it feels like it's just air right here.
I would say that looks like this good amount. That doesn't look like solid meat. Like I feel like there'd be some fat in there.
Yeah, I think that would be just like, you know what? We'll let that fish live. We'll let him live. He's lived a good life. Why eat him? What everyone's saying.
Oh, Larry's talking about his his granny, and then okay, we're saying something. His grade school teacher looked like George Washington.
She looked like George Washington. Wowzers!
This is just bringing up memories for people.
My great grandma shot my grandpa's 40-year-old girlfriend. True story. Wow. That sounds like a mystery.
And this is what came to mind for you, Larry, when you looked at that fish.
Oh, that's what really came into mind.
Right. Look, if people are coming up, and this is reminding people of all these things. Hi, Roz. Another sister. How are you, Roz? That's Brooke's mom.
Oh, hey. Oh, my daughter's trying to
Um,
break into the
oh,
door.
and Ian came in. Hello, Ian.
What up?
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, chunky fish,
Chunky,
chunky
chunky.
monkeys.
All right. So this last one, it made me think of something that was just like, can you argue that a pest should stay on this earth for our fish?
Hmm.
That was the question I had because I was thinking, okay, I don't like the insect that my fish eats as a young stage, as like a young, let's say a larvae. Uh, so if you had the choice to get rid of mosquitoes in this world, and most of our fish in the wild eat the mosquito larvae, would you, I mean, your fish not in particular, but would you
Right.
say, yes, I would love to get rid of mosquitoes? Would you?
Well, I think that's just one of those subjects that you could argue on with many species, not just mosquitoes.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it's sort of like, personally, I hate mosquitoes.
Right.
They have no use for me at all. And as you said, I don't, sort of raise them and collect them. I don't use them as a food source for my fish.
Yes, ma'am.
So for me, they're straight up a nuisance.
Okay.
Don't like them. They're always trying to get your blood. They're disease carriers. I mean,
Right.
all the things, and
Right.
so personally, I have no use for mosquitoes.
Okay.
But that's not to say, as you said, in nature, do they have their purpose? I'm sure they do. I don't know, other than a food source for fish, I don't know what else they're really good at.
Right. That's
Besides being little vampires.
that's
Um,
exactly what I came in mind when I came across this article and said, huh, if we could get
Now,
rid of a pest, would we do it for our fish because that's what they eat?
yeah, now let's not forget then when they get past that stage and become actual mosquitoes. I mean, they do provide a food source for bats and
True.
birds and different animals. I mean, so that I guess they are a food source in both stages of life, but they
True.
certainly don't help my life personally. So I
Yeah.
could do without them.
In
I
the
could do without
second
them.
stage, in the second stage they don't help your life, but they help your
Right.
fish more in life in the first stage.
But is it and this is where we're sort of playing God. Is it our right to do that? You
For
know,
a
I
health
don't know.
concern, maybe.
And I don't like them. I don't. But I guess what I mean more is like, how many things will it affect if you could take that food source completely away, as
Hmm.
as things roll downhill sort of, and they break down, and they always do. What could or will happen? And it's
Right.
not going to happen in a year. It's not going to happen in 5 years. But
Right.
how long
Right.
would
Right.
for something maybe to disappear that we do like, and then we realize, oh my goodness, we love those, and they were living on mosquitoes. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Right.
I don't
Exactly.
really know what I'm talking about. I'm just throwing things
I
out
mean,
there.
people say leeches are medical, like
Oh,
they
have you?
medical
Yeah,
use.
have you watched any
So,
of those shows where somebody's had a surgery, and there's an excess of blood, and they're swollen, and
yeah.
like they'll do it like on a nose surgery, and they put those leeches on, and they literally suck the blood right out, and
Ah,
that is the method they use right in the doctor's office.
so
So
we're on an agreement. Like even Ian saying spiders, snakes, things that a lot of people think are pests that are actually not really pests, depending on what species they are or whatever they are. I mean, I know certain ones are just pests all in all, but
right.
let's
Um,
just say there's some genetically modified mosquitoes going to be released or are releasing throughout Florida soon. So let me go ahead and get to this article.
yeah. Degenerate Fishkeeper. Hello, welcome. Um, I don't know. I don't know.
Uh,
Now, on the other hand, we want to get rid of ticks. I don't want ticks.
well,
So
ticks.
is it
That's
any
another
worse
one.
getting rid of? ticks versus getting rid of mosquitoes. I don't know.
There's
You
another
know,
there's another article out about ticks that are a deadly. They're in the Midwest now. Just
they
letting you know.
yeah they carry many more things than just Lyme disease. I believe. You know,
Yeah.
they're not good. But then mosquitoes pass things along as well. So
Right.
I don't know.
But did
I
you?
guess we need to live in a bubble to be really safe, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think I would have a good bubble. It would be nice and small. It would be hard to pop because it's so small. If you got a bigger bubble, it'd be easy.
Bunny Viper would like us to also talk about maggots.
Oh yeah, I mean flies definitely can go. Yeah, all
Yeah.
flies can go. Um,
I mean, they love our trash.
the gnats or gnats. I didn't know gnats was
We call
spelled with
them,
a G.
yeah, we call them Nagis here, but just the teeny small ones that bite. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one, and also fun fact for those who did not know or did know, you're very smart. Female mosquitoes are the only ones that bite. Males don't. What?
And I did not know that.
I didn't know either. I was like, yo, a mosquito's a mosquito. Kill it. So I guess the state will be releasing 144,000 non-biting males that are going to be able to entangle with some of the female biters. And I guess the males that have been genetically modified has put some kind of I don't know what they were because it's big words.
So are they,
Something
is
in
it
them
that, there's something that, it's something
makes
so the larvae that they won't hatch. They won't
yeah, it makes
actually
the ladies
they
die
won't get
off.
fertilized. They won't get
Yeah.
fertilized. They'll be sterile and they won't have, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but then eventually down the road, there won't be any females because if they're dying off later on, even after they spawn, sooner or later, there won't be larvae. And also, sooner or later, you'll be able to see some of them. If you take a black light, fluorescent light out there, they actually are glowing. Genetically modified mosquitoes. So those are the ones that were released into the wild to breed with the female. This is some weird stuff. I never
I mean,
really.
I am not at a level of intelligence to be dealing with this.
But that's why I was like,
But,
oh, wait a minute, we're getting rid of mosquitoes.
but I mean, it's an interesting, subject, and like I said, I personally I have no use for them. I could care less if I ever saw another mosquito again. What
Right.
will that affect down the road? I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know.
Because
I mean,
a lot of
I
people do
just
that.
know that I cannot be out in my yard in the summer, any time of day, when
Mhm.
something isn't trying to bite me. Between the mosquitoes, the meegies, the greenheads, which is a horsefly for us, and the ticks, there is something trying to bite me and get blood 24/7. I
Really.
could do without all of them. But is it right? I don't know.
Right. 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 I,
I don't know.
I get it. That's why I said I was like, would you really want to get rid of something that actually feeds your fish eventually? Because I mean, if the females are sooner or later going to be gone, the males are going to die off because
Right.
they're just getting their life cycle through. There's not going to be any mosquitoes. Like you said, it's going to take some time.
Yeah. Um, Larry just mentioned fleas. Yeah, I guess, yeah, fleas too. Yeah, they
Please,
bite.
bed
So,
bugs.
uh, um, yeah, and I've never had anybody that had to deal with those, but I've heard they're nasty to deal with.
Yeah,
Um,
just burn the house down and start over again.
that's what people say. I'm like, oh God, I hope nobody that
Yeah,
I know, I hope nobody gets them.
yeah,
But yeah, I just don't know. There's so many ways to look at this, and basically everything out there is part of nature and the
right.
cycle and whatever. And it's like, what will it affect? I don't know. And how long? Let's say if they're being released in Florida. I mean, how long will it take to where you can really see a difference? Would
Right.
it be that, gee, they released them and in one season, there was 50% less the next year? I
Mhm.
don't know how they can track it or measure it or how long it would take. I don't know.
Right. That's what I thought as well. I'm like, man, these are little mosquitoes and stuff. But then
Yeah.
not only that, I think the pro that weighed out every con and pro on both sides was the fact that they just they can pass, any fever or any kind of virus to
Yes.
dogs, cats,
Yep.
humans,
To
anything
us.
it
Yep.
bites.
Yes. Agreed. And the same with the ticks. They pass
Hmm.
anything to your dogs, cats,
Hmm.
horses,
Yes.
people. I mean, there've been people that had horses that
Right.
are always sickly, and they can, it's like they can't figure out what's wrong with them. And then finally they do a blood test and realize they have Lyme disease. And so they have a lot of the same symptoms that we do,
Really.
I mean, yeah, you'll see a horse that'll work great one day, and then the next day it can't come out of the barn, and and you finally realize that, and you test it, you do different things, and it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes, Lyme disease.
Man, you know how
So,
huge a horse is, and you got to take care of that thing.
well, that and what that one tick bite on a horse is, that's 1,000 pounds, affects them pretty much the same way it affects us. So I'm not saying that a lot of these bugs are nasty, and like I said, I could just do without all of them. I
Yeah,
don't know.
no.
Hi, Scuba Steve. Hello.
Hold on, wait. I think that's pink sand, yo. Pink sand is fire. Yeah, my lady
Did I
got
miss
that cuckoo
something?
stuff in here. I love it. I love it.
Oh, the frou-frou stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
it.
why not? Why not?
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
Kenny. How are you?
Uh-oh, we got some trouble in the building. Uh-oh, we got trouble in the
What, Brandon's in here
we
too?
got
Hello,
trouble in the
Brandon.
building. What
I
up,
didn't
B?
see you.
What up, Kenny Dog? What up, man? Hope y'all doing well tonight. Appreciate y'all for swinging on in. We've been talking about some things. Brandon, were you here for seeing the bluegills, dude? Do you guys
I
see?
know. You got to see this.
You gotta see it, bro. If you want to talk about some bluegills, there's a lady that's trying to do some massive bluegill. She's trying to bring back the bluegill fun. These are some
I
rooster
mean,
tail bluegills.
I hope you're not friends with her, because I'm not sure that
Yeah,
that I
right.
think is
All right.
great.
He didn't see, so we're gonna swing on over. Sorry,
Okay.
y'all. We gotta e-break this. We gotta e-break that. For those who are young and don't know what an e-break is, it's in your car. All right. So this is all in Alabama, man. Look at that thing. Look at that girthy fish, dude. What?
It's just crazy. I'm
What?
sorry.
That is
That
ridiculous.
is crazy.
That is ridiculous. B, what would you do if you catch this on the end of your pole, man? That didn't sound right. that was a big bluegill. We said it doesn't even have a gill. It's just blue. Just call it a blue.
It's just blue. It doesn't have a gill. I can hardly see any blue there.
It's just a random fish.
It's just it can't move. It can't move.
It looks like a basketball in water and moving. You're
Yeah.
like, hey, a basketball can move in the water.
Trying to put a basketball through a tube. So, and Bob, I'm kind of reading a little bit. Yes, you're right. That fleas do carry tapeworm. I mean, there's lots of, like I said, they could all just go.
The
You didn't know that? Yeah.
No way.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah. So if they're biting your animals and stuff, yeah, for sure.
And the tapeworm is what eats the intestines or the food and stuff. It just eats the nutrients and all in your body.
All the worms eat the nutrients.
Yeah.
All of them. The hookworms, the roundworms, the tapeworms,
So that's what
the longworms, everything.
Snap-a-dappies.
Yeah.
We're going up in anatomy, y'all. Anatomy.
And you get a horse with lungworm. I mean, you can get rid of it pretty easily, but it's like, oh yeah, but it'll just be like, oh God, they're just, they don't do well and whatever, and they don't breathe, all that well, and it's like, you worm them, a week or so later, it's like, oh, new horse. Yeah.
Really? So the treatment actually helps them afterwards?
Oh yeah.
Like, is it gone after that? Do you
see couple doses? They're never. I don't think anything's ever truly gone, especially if they're, mine aren't out on pasture because they're show horses, but
Okay.
especially if they're out on pasture, they're in
Right.
dirt all the time.
Okay.
They pick them back up. I mean, you need to really have it be perfect. Every 2 3 months you need to worm them. So
Um,
you know,
this is okay because I know I've seen people
it's a
say
tuber
that.
worm where you shoot down their throat.
Oh, wait a minute, huh?
Yeah, you get them, you shove the tube up their mouth and you squirt it into the back of their throat and they have to swallow it. It can be fun. Some of them are a pain in the
Hold
butt.
on, time out. You say it can be fun. That doesn't sound fun.
I'm joking, meaning, they can whack you,
Oh,
slam you around, step on you. If you get one that's not good, yeah, it can be fun. It can be hard to worm some, but like our horses are good. I can do it by myself.
so do you say some that are roaming, that are free roaming horses may pick up certain diseases eating off the ground more than likely?
Absolutely, but
Okay.
those
Okay.
horses in the wild are smart and they eat
Right.
certain things that weeds and things that they'll find that are
Okay.
natural wormers. They're pretty smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's definitely some knowledge right there for a lot of people who keep some fish.
But our fish have parasites. Our fish have worms
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got
Oh
them.
yeah.
Lungworm for a horse would be the same as like a gill flute something. So it's.
Okay.
I mean, there's just parasites everywhere. And don't get me going because then I get on the how do we think we don't have parasites? Then I go down a whole rabbit hole on that. So
Hey, you know how that is.
I've had many discussions with my sisters for hours. We'll sit around drinking coffee going, how do you think if you've been growing up like we did, on the manure pile and pulling rhubarb up and apples off the ground, it's like, we got to have them. You got to have them.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
So Bob, we got some tips for Bunny and y'all. Okay. Yeah, you won't. Yeah, I hate fleas. Fleas are horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly I clean out flea infections away. Real
I was
cheap.
like, I haven't even been looking at the chat. I've just been talking.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm so
like
sorry, y'all.
usual. I just talk.
Um,
You know.
but yeah, I definitely think that we.
And then you want to stay on the worms?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
And
Oh
then,
yeah.
we have to worm our pets, but my goodness, we kiss them, we love them. They're constantly licking you. They're doing,
Oh yeah,
it's like
true.
you're exposed to it all over the place.
Ew. Now
Ooh, think
I'm
about it.
not touching nobody. Don't touch me. Get off me. You got
Have you
you
kissed
got a
your
you
dog
got a you
tonight?
got a worm. You got a worm. You got a parasite. Get off me.
Yeah, but I grew up. People say, do you eat dirt? Yeah, I haven't had my peck yet. You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Okay. All right, Miss Joey. It's story time. Story time.
Story time.
So you having a old fish store back in the day, right? Good old fish
Hmm.
store back in the day. Did you service tanks by chance?
No,
Okay,
no.
so you
I had
didn't.
I had like one that I used to do for a guy, but
Okay,
he
so
owned the
you
rest
so
or
you
whatever.
sort of semi did, some didn't.
I did one occasionally. It was
Okay,
like I think when they got into trouble and they just couldn't, he would ask me to come over and do it, And they were, my sisters at times worked with the guy and so he was kind of a friend and so I would go over and do it, you know.
okay,
But
okay,
I didn't have no, I did not quote
okay,
go around servicing fish tanks. No.
okay, okay.
No.
For those in the chat, if y'all service any tanks, let me know. I want a question. I mean, this is a general question, and some people may be watching this replay and have that question as well. Or, I mean, I don't know. I had the scenario happen to me at work.
Okay.
So this is fun now to know people. Yeah, right, right,
Sorry, that's exactly what I was thinking, Bunny
right.
Viper. You mean that wasn't story time?
No,
I,
that wasn't
I
story
feel
time.
like the whole show's been story time.
No, that was yeah, that was definitely story time, right? So okay. So um, this all happened at work, and it was fish related, which I was like, oh, this is just destined. This is life. This is happening in front of me. And not only that, you know me, I'm definitely gonna grill it when I know it's gonna be something good. So this is a known fish store. What's up, Austin? Um, this is a known fish store in the local area. A lot of people love this store. I love this store.
In
Um,
your area? In your area?
yeah, in our area.
Okay.
I was at work and I was doing my daily routine at work. And as I was going in there, they were coming in. I was like, oh, snap, they're going to service the tank. I get to see who's
Oh,
doing
okay.
it. So
Yeah.
this is like the first time because this is a place that I've seen a tank. And I'm like, okay, I didn't know you guys service the tank here. That's awesome. So I walked in and they walked in right behind me. And they were supposed to get a new fish. I don't know if you know the parrotfish, right? The little
Mhm.
huge orange, little puffy fish everyone loves.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if you know their compatibility as far as them being very mild mannered. You've never probably seen them in a tank with
I've
certain
seen them a
fish.
little bit. I've not owned one because, like I said, I'm
Okay,
not a fan. I'm not a fan of the little notch. But
right,
the
right,
little bit I've seen of them, I don't feel like they're as aggressive as some cichlids. I feel like
right.
they're on
Yes, ma'am.
the less aggressive side of quote cichlids.
Right, yes, ma'am.
That's my feeling, but I don't personally have any experience with them.
Right, right. So let's just say they're well mild mannered. They're like some of the most personable fish. You have one, you have two, whatever.
Okay.
This tank that in particular that they're servicing has one. It's a mascot. It's been with them forever. But they were like, "Hey, we're supposed to get a new fish and all this." And he goes, "Okay, did not know that." So lo and behold, they come back. And first off, as a fish keeper myself, knowing that we have to quarantine a fish, knowing the compatibility with this fish, if I'm servicing tanks, I need to know how I'm going to strategize by getting whatever fish is
Hmm.
compatible with this tank and getting them in a quarantine tank before they go into this tank, especially with a mascot that's been there so long.
I would agree. Yeah.
Okay, so take a wild guess what fish they put into this tank.
All right. So what did the tank have in it? I'm sorry. It has
It was just a
parrotfish in it.
parrotfish. Yeah, it was just a
Oh, just
parrotfish.
a
Yeah,
parrotfish.
parrotfish, silver dollars, and a couple large Daniels. Some of the fish
Okay.
maybe were able to withstand the fish that they may have put in there. Just take a wild guess.
Oh, I'm gonna say what they do. Bring in an Oscar that's 12 inches or something. Yeah, a foot long Oscar.
They put African cichlids in there.
Ooh, yeah, that's just they're gonna make mincemeat out of those fish. Just give me,
Um,
yeah. It's like, yeah, no,
and
no.
mind you, this is a parrotfish that is already washed out in color, so you know it's an older fish because
Yeah,
cichlids do dull in color as they get older. Regardless of what cichlid they are, they will dull in color. Especially these because they're so orange already.
yeah.
Um, when I walked in the next day, first off, out the gate, it was the next day. I was like, hold on, time out. Wait a minute. What? I went to the lady. I said, did he put those in there or did someone else? I said, do you realize that you may need to tell them to come back and get those fish?
Yeah, well, you know, they won't have to because they'll take care of everything else in the tank, and then they'll just be in the tank. They're going to be fine, you know, because they'll annihilate them, you know.
So the lady was looking at me. She goes, Rob, why did you say that? And I go, okay, so those fish that he just put in there with your mascot that you've been knowing for the
That you love,
yeah,
yeah,
she's been there for about 5-6 years. So she's been feeding that fish. She loved that
yeah.
fish.
That's her friend. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look. Ian, did you get the African cichlids? Ian is just he's genius. What up, Riley? Oh, we gotta show Riley the fish.
Oh, yeah, Riley, we have a fish for you. Yeah.
We gotta show you a fish. Let me get through the story. So,
Um.
I
So
I
yeah.
looked at her and I said, "Look, listen, those fish you just put in there are not compatible with the fish that you just put. Not only
Right.
that, I want to also ask him. I would also ask him if they quarantined those fish before." She goes, "Yeah, you're right because 2 of them died this morning." I said,
Mhm.
"Okay, yeah." And then that's when I'm like, they took those out of this
So
tank that are all sharing tanks.
right. So if you are asking me my opinion of as somebody who would go out and maintain tanks, yes, you need to certainly be knowledgeable in, in setting up a fish tank and what you can put in and what's going to get along. And if their mascot is the parrotfish, if that's what they want, then yes, you put other fish in that are not going to overpower that fish. That fish, if you want it to be the centerpiece, you want it to be the biggest fish. You want it to be have the most color, and then you want to put in other fish that would be compatible and not take away from this centerpiece fish. But I agree. You also need to be bringing in fish that have been quarantined and all that. It's your responsibility.
Yes.
You're maintaining and stocking that tank.
Yes.
It's your responsibility. Now, if they ask for a specific fish and you say that's not going to work in your tank and then they insist, okay, that's a different story. But if it's your idea to bring in African cichlids, not a good one. Right. Not a good one.
And she said we were looking for our fish that we ordered, and I think they were asking for basically another parrot cichlid.
Okay.
So I said, yes, ma'am. What you want to do is maybe call them back and say, hey, did you guys quarantine those? And then as well, can we get just another parrot cichlid or somewhat similar or that's compatible, that's mild mannered? And she goes, Rob, I wouldn't have known, and I don't want nothing to happen to him. Because a lot of our patients love him. Yeah. He's been around for so many years. And I said, yes, ma'am. That I understand that. And I said, and I don't understand why they don't know what happened. Right. And they should have been on top of that if they know they service your tank.
Well, and as you know, it might be big enough. It might last longer, but eventually they'll nip it and nag it to death. You know what I mean? It'd just be a little bit at a time. Might not be a full on, just overnight. But
you'll start seeing fins a little tattered here and there, and not moving as well. And,
they just wear it down, like nature.
And she was like, "I'm glad you told me that."
Yeah, but that's not, but no, my feeling is if you are putting yourself out there and saying that you are qualified to do this job, then you need to do it, and you need to do it properly, and that's not the right thing to do.
Yeah, that really, I was like, I couldn't believe they did that, but I'm kind of glad I'm here to help out.
Great.
Not to be like arrogant or anything, because I do know a little bit about fish, but I wanted to make sure that doesn't get you guys out of not wanting the tank anymore or having fish anymore because of what happened.
Exactly. And as you said, people have a bad experience and something like that, and it might be like, I don't want it anymore, just take it down.
Yeah.
I don't want that here.
And then you lose business that way. And then you lose business that way. And I don't want you to go out of business, because at times like this, or any times, hard or good, you don't want to lose a customer, period.
Right. Okay. Show Riley that picture.
Riley, glad you're here, man. Glad you're here. All right, let me get the mouse. All right, I can't see that. All right, Riley, you ready?
Yeah, this is for you.
I can't believe this fish. You just laugh at it every time you look at it.
Hey, I just noticed Alishon is in here. Hello, welcome.
What up?
Riley, we had a whole discussion about this, obviously, but I said to Rob, I'm questioning how much actual meat is on that fish, or is it a lot of fat, or, I don't know.
How much do you think you can get off that fish?
What do you think?
How many pounds?
What do you said it's about a 3-pound fish, right?
That's about a 3 pound.
Yeah, Ian says it doesn't even fit the frame.
It doesn't.
Look at its little pattern. It's all stretched out and faded.
It's distorted.
It's like the scales are stretched. I mean,
it looks like the snow show on the old TVs.
Exactly. I feel like, if we're heavy, we're maybe not as healthy, and it's like, is this going to shorten its life? I don't know.
That's what I'm like. It's not going to last long.
It's just crazy, So what I'm going to say to you is I just thought of this when I was talking to you. We've talked about stuff before, but I bought fish in Indiana one time.
Did you?
Yeah, I went to can I say the name of the store?
I, yeah, sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
I think it was it Bill's or Uncle Bill's or
Uncle Bill's. Yeah, it's a little chain here. It's
okay.
yeah, it's a little chain here.
So I went to one of those stores when I was in India. We were dropping off some minis at our friends,
Really?
and yeah, Papa Shrimp comes in. Wow! um, and so I went there and I bought some fish and plants and stuff and brought them home. So I thought it was kind of a cute, fun store. I'm sure
That
people
is
that
cool.
live there shop. Everybody always has an opinion, but for me, who has nothing up here but Petco and PetSmart, it was a fun little store.
So you must have went to the decent ones. I'm
I
just
went to one. So we were in. I think the town we were in with the minis is Madison. So I think we went north a little bit, and then we started heading east. So I don't even know what town we were in. We just
okay.
saw that there was a fish store, so we
Okay.
went, and got on whatever route we needed to get over to where it was. So I
Yeah,
don't.
you went to one of either the nice ones because the side of towns that you just said were the nicer ones. Two of the
I mean,
other
it
ones were
was nice, and
separate.
I think it had like, did it have a little like maybe an open pond?
Yes, yes, they got
Okay,
it. They had well,
yeah.
depending on what time you came in, like the time period, they switched over from that big huge pond to like a 2,000-gallon tank. So yeah.
No, this was an actual pond. I remember my head
Well,
going in. This was
two
sort of a
of
pond.
them I'm saying had the ponds, and then one of
Oh,
them
okay,
eventually did switch over to a 2,000-gallon tank. So that's
okay,
what I'm saying. Depending on that time, I
yeah.
kind of figure which one you were at. So
Oh, it was probably like 3 or 4 years ago when
okay,
I was.
so yeah, that was just recent that they did that. So
Okay,
yeah, okay.
yeah. But
Yeah,
I brought home fish, and I brought home. I remember getting some endlers, something
that.
else that I bought. Yeah, because there was stuff I couldn't get here. I bought some endlers and something else and some plants, and it was kind of fun. And we usually run and gun in with the horse trailer, so it was like we would probably stay over, and then we'd be home in 24 hours. So the fish made it just great.
That is crazy. Yeah, that is a
Yeah,
far trip to
yeah.
travel with some fish. That's good. That's a good way.
No, it worked out.
Ian said that may be an eggy fish right here. So she may be
Definitely a
pre-spawn.
breeder.
She may be pre-spawn.
Ooh, well, it's something. It looks crazy
Like
to
I
me.
said, look at the indention. Like that is just like gross.
Yeah.
Like when it's your time to say, look, listen, it's time to put these fish on a diet or something, or stop feeding. Like they would not have to eat for a long time and still
It,
be
it
decent.
looks like somebody put the air tube in its mouth and just let it fill up. Like blowing up a balloon or something.
Blowing up a tire,
Like,
old school
oh,
style.
yeah, 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 pump it up. So, yeah, I don't know. It's
Oh
just
my
it's crazy.
gosh, I would definitely love to catch a fish like this though.
Would you?
Yes, I would love to. I would love
I
to see
think
if
I think
I
I
wonder
think
how
that thing
lazy it might be
that thing look
lazy.
I think it looks like it would float on the water and you could just use it as a bobber. I mean,
It looks like it would be lazy to bring in. You'd be like, oh, it's not fighting me. It's just going with me. It's not even fighting because it's so big. Like if they say
it
it
looks
can't
like
use energy, it's losing all its energy just moving.
I feel like if I was trying to like paint a cartoon fish, yeah, that would be it.
Yes. My fish, if I was to
Something
draw,
like
would
that.
look better than a real fish. That fish in real life because of how great my fish would look. That's how ugly that fish is. I don't understand how it's beautiful in some others' eyes, but that to me is just too ugly. Too ugly. All right, Miss Joey. We got 5 minutes. I can't believe
Alrighty.
I can't believe we
Well,
went through this thing. I can't believe it.
I just feel like I talk a lot of nonsense
Yeah, I'm sorry.
because you give me these questions and I'm like, I'm not an expert in any of this.
We just talking. We just
I
having
don't
fun
have the
seeing what they
skills.
think. We just thinking what they talking. And we gotta have
Yeah.
a hashtag. Papa, you going live, man? We need a hashtag.
What
Hashtag
can we what can we call that fish?
Hashtag Big Gil. Hashtag Big Baby Gil.
Big Mama.
Big Mama. Hashtag Big Mama.
Big Mama. Yeah, I don't know. It's a big one, yeah, for sure. So anyway,
Hashtag Big 'em.
thank you everyone that came in and for coming in and your replay people that
Oh,
like to watch
I'll say that
after.
ain't the best thing.
Like you said, we may not be experts in anything, but we could talk about it forever.
Yep,
And
exactly.
we have fun doing it. So
Hmm.
anyway, bye everyone. I will see you next week. And smash the like button if you have not done so already. And thank you, Rob, for having me up.
Thank you so much, Miss Jolie. As always, for those who are watching this replay, I'm so sorry I did not say anything to y'all in the beginning. For those who are watching, appreciate it. Christopher, what's up? Good morning. It's like 5 p.m. or a.m. here. 5 a.m.
That's
Hey,
a
shout
good
out to
one.
you for waking up super early to get on in here and see what we're doing. But we about to wrap it on up. I appreciate every single one of y'all watching this replay. As always, for those in the chat and my mods doing their thing, keeping this thing clean. Can we get a hashtag Bigum over there?
Yeah, that, or did you see Papa Shrimp said, where did
What
it
Papa
say?
say?
Oh,
Hashtag Gorilla?
hashtag Gilzilla. Gilzilla.
Gilzilla? Gilzilla. Gilzilla. Yeah, that's a good
Gilzilla.
one. I know. I like that one.
It's his show, so whatever you want to
I
go
like
in with.
that one. I like
Gilzilla,
that.
Big
Gazilla.
Mama.
Hey, everyone, hashtag Gazilla.
Gilzilla.
If we could put that in there. I don't know how to say it. Oh, there we go. Yep. So we appreciate y'all. We will definitely see y'all next week, and hopefully we'll have a special guest. We were supposed to have one this week, but family emergency came up. So as always, family is always first, and we will not ever say anything other than that. So we appreciate y'all. We'll definitely see y'all next week. Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.